bright star in the nighttime. I'ma go hard when it's my time. Yeah, I'm hard and I'm light. You know you can't pause when the time's right. Sitting in the stars and watching.
Hello and welcome to Chatbox with Sam. Welcome to Season 3. Tonight's guest is musician and actor Dwayne Hilton Jr. Good evening, Dwayne. How are you?
Good evening. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Long time no see.
Yes, it's been a while. What was it? Burbank?
Burbank Red Carpet, yes. It was a film festival. I went up to Dwayne. I saw him there with his beautiful hair and started singing the Bee Gees. And then I introduced him to Tony A. Angelo from Safe Harbor Films. And Dwayne, you have the floor. Would you like to share a little bit about your experience with Safe Harbor Films and the Seven Seas project?
Sure. Close so far, so that's pretty cool. Ever since, because the way we got in contact, when I texted him, I thought it was you when he texted me. And I mentioned the dance, and he was like, "Oh, whoa, bro, that wasn't me." And so it started off really, really funny, but it ended up like we talk all the time now, and we got a lot in store. And I'm excited to work with Tom Conkle and Vernon Wells. That's going to be very fun.
Yes, Vernon Wells is an amazing person, and then the author Bill Kilpack is amazing with his wife Alison. And Catherine Norland. So it's going to be a great project. Obviously, people understand in the industry we can't share too much, but Dwayne has a deep involvement in the project now, and it's going to be amazing. So would you like to share a little bit about your background in acting? I know you've just been on set.
Okay. Yes, I was on set. I was on a few sets actually back to back. I was in 2 shorts. They're filming for they did 3, 1 each day. It was actually, I think it was a new record or something. It was actually pretty cool. And one is about zombies, and the second one is about being in purgatory. You get to play chess for your life, but in all actuality, but nobody ever wins. The queen just plays with your life. So that was fun. I just actually nailed a role, an audition. I just booked a role for. It's a TV series they're pitching to Amazon or HBO called Group Sex, and it's about a group of people of different sex that live together in LA. Mm-hmm. And I play a pushy but charming real estate agent named Jordan.
That's all, named Jordan.
That's going to be fun.
And we'll be able to see you on IMDB. Dwayne does have a Facebook and a Instagram, and is on IMDb.
And I just started acting, believe it or not, in June, right before I met you. I've been doing music all before then, but now I've attended Howard Fine Acting School in Hollywood, and right now I'm attending Anthony Gilardi's acting school or acting studio on Melrose right now, and that's probably one of the best things I've done when it comes to being a decision as an actor.
Right.
Is go to Anthony's. If I just want to plug that in real quick.
Your father is very supportive of you, I've heard.
Yes. Luckily. He didn't support much of the music. He didn't like the music wasn't really his thing. But acting, he saw something, and it's his passion as well, actually, to be in film.
Right.
He's always wanted to write and direct and produce. So he's actually thinking about coming on as a producer for Safe Harbor. So that might be cool.
That's fantastic and very, very cool. Yes. Hello to Dwayne's dad. Hi, Dad. How has music inspired your life, and what music do you like? What's your genre?
So I personally record hip hop, pop, trappish type of beats, but I
Mm-hmm.
write like R&B, pop, rap, hip hop. Um, Music is mainly a passion to escape,
Mm.
and I found it a way to just empty out whatever you needed or create whatever creation you could just through your own mindset and make it become reality. It's almost like alchemy. You literally go into the spiritual realm and pull something back that didn't exist before out of nowhere. It's just you sitting there creating.
It's
It's pretty
amazing.
amazing. It's pretty amazing. And then when you get something that's satisfying, it's so satisfying. It's like, wow, I really did that. And then you're like, I created this. And
Yes.
then acting is kind of the same way, except you're using yourself instead of, you have to use your mind and everything else, but your body's your instrument and
Mm-hmm.
instead of just your voice.
Right.
So it's a whole nother art form, another craft of creation that I'm definitely trying to master at this moment. I have published a poem so far. I've written a pilot to a screenplay, and then I'm almost done with a novel right now as
Mm-hmm.
well. Um, so I've done a lot, but the music has definitely been there the entire way. Even when I was cage fighting, I used to be a cage fighter.
You were
2 years ago.
cage. Would you like to share a little bit about that cage fighting?
You can YouTube it, DJ Hilton MMA.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 7 second knockout on there. I got all my fights usually under a minute in the first round, but there were some where I didn't train because I was a little too cocky and I was fighting champions. And you know how that goes. But
Yeah.
anyways, I digress. I didn't like hurting people anyway, and I
Yes.
figured let's get out of that, and I could do the same thing in film and make
Right.
more money.
Yeah. And your music. Um, what what led you to being on that path of music initially?
Um, the I sh- All right, if we really want to get there, we're gonna get there.
We do.
So in the beginning, there was nothing. No, in the beginning, like I say, around 11 years old, a lot of people don't know this. This is like an exclusive you got going right now.
I like
Um,
exclusive.
I'm in the process of getting a Guinness Book of World Records for it.
Really?
I've already filled out the application. I'm just waiting on getting it. At the age of 11, I became the youngest professional wrestler in the world. Um, the stuff on TV. And at the age of
Yes.
12, WCW flew me and my family out to Atlanta to do a show.
Mm-hmm.
But my father, after we did the show, they wanted to sign me, but my father was like, "No, we're not going to do that." And you know how all that goes because I was so young. So being in front of the crowd and being signing autographs at a very, very young age, and being an entertainer at a very, very young age,
Right.
it's all I've ever known, so it's all I ever wanted to do. So when I saw people making music, how free they were and how they were living basically my life, but on different terms, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to be able to create. I've always wanted to be a successful songwriter. And finally I got a song. It's on Netflix on Blood and Water season 3. It's called Candy Flip. We actually just got a email to submit more music to the next season. I just
Awesome.
maybe just put a little hint there for some people. Um,
Dwayne.
I didn't sign an NDA for that one, so I'm good.
Good
For
job.
NDA, I'm okay.
I didn't see no red alerts coming in. Mind you,
No,
we're not live.
right, all right. And also, I'm in the process. I just wrote, like I said, I wrote the pilot to a TV series that's basically about my life that explains the craziness of LA and what I've been through, and my producer Jizzo Beats has been through since we've been here, and it's pretty insane to be honest, but it's
Right.
hilarious. It's a super comedy, so it's gonna be very fun
Right.
and funny and over the wall or off the wall, over the top, however big, one of them, something like
All of the above,
that.
Dwayne.
Just insane, but it's gonna be great. Tony actually read it and he loved it.
Oh, really?
He loved it.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I challenged myself to see if I can succeed and things I wish that I always could do. Does that make sense? That's
That
probably a
makes
little too
perfect
deep.
sense. And never give up, Dwayne. Never give
Right.
up.
But I've noticed every time I try something, it really works out. Like the first poem I ever tried to publish got published, and that happened a few months ago in December. It got published online and then into a book.
Right.
I thought that was pretty cool.
So
And
if you were going to inspire your generation, the ones that want to move to California and become a movie star or become a musician or a rock star, what would you say to them?
first off, you never give up. If you feel it inside, you go for it 100,000%. And on that path, everyone's going to tell you you don't have it, you're not going to make it. That's just what they say.
Right.
Secondly, in LA, be prepared to sacrifice, not in the sense of sacrifice, but sacrifice your time, be prepared to sleep on couches, be prepared to sleep on the floor, be prepared to be hungry for a while, be prepared to give everything for your passion.
Right.
And until people realize that that's when they quit. They don't understand you have to go through that to get there. I've slept on floors. I've been on couches. I've been homeless in LA. That has happened to me. Actually, I was homeless in LA for 6 months for
Oh
a while.
no.
That's another story though.
How did you escape that?
No, I didn't quit. Even though I was homeless, I was still, we would find places, we would sleep on couches where we could. We would get hotel rooms when we can. But I was always performing. I was at shows. I was at the W hosting. I was always on the move. So I never really had a chance to even think about it.
Right.
I was too worried about getting where I needed to go. And yeah, we found a spot to sleep that night. Cool. Next morning we're up at it again. And eventually the work brought me back out of it. And now we're good. We're great.
Yeah.
Everything is flourishing. Thank God. I have to give that to God.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, bless you.
I have to give that to God. But I mean, without those sacrifices, you do not get those rewards. It will not come.
So is there any advice you can give so people, the younger generation, did come out there and they wouldn't be homeless and they would be safe? Because safety is very
Okay.
important.
Okay. All right. That's better. I like that question. So don't move too fast.
Right.
Slow down. Slow down. Take your time. Assess step by step. Don't try to cut any corners. Do what you got to do and do it right.
Right.
And pay the professional. You think it's expensive paying a professional, but wait till you see how much it costs paying an amateur. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
you end up paying twice.
Or if not more.
Right.
You might get scammed a couple of times before you find somebody to even give you what you wanted.
Right.
So don't spare the cost. Don't spare the sacrifice. Don't spare the effort. Slow and steady wins the race, but be dedicated and take action. If you don't take action, you'll never see any. There'll never be any results without any action. You look amazing, by the way. I have to say that.
Do I? I've got a very good filter.
Very, very captivating.
Thank you so much.
I'm ready for are you ready for film to start? Even though we can't talk about that, but we could talk about how ready we are.
I'm so ready for Seven Seas project. I'm like, let's go. And Tony's, hold on, Miha.
Right? He's like, got step by, like you said,
Step by step. We can't rush this. We
gotta
can't
slow
rush
down.
this. I says, I know. I'm just so excited.
That's the rule of LA. It's a monster out here, but you can make it.
Yes.
If you're dedicated.
Gotta take your time.
And take your craft seriously.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
100%.
you can always try to leave your ego at the door. You can always be better than you were, and just strive for that. Be polite, especially on set, because music. All right, the difference between music and acting, there's two different worlds.
Right.
Music, you gotta fight to stay up every day. You gotta fight to be there on top. No matter, you could have the best song yesterday, but today something else just dropped, and I mean, movies are kind of the same way, but there's not a family. There's no union like there is music. Music, I mean, like there is for film has union. Music don't have anything.
Right.
So it's a dog eat dog world. But in the film, it's more of a family. Once you're in the union, you're all a part of something together.
Right.
And you have to build it together to be. Music is cutthroat. They're like, nah, it's mine and mine only. type of deal.
And networking.
Right.
That's a
So
big thing. You need to network.
exactly. So getting into the film, it's like a breath of fresh air because there's even though there's rumors of the industry, it's a little more genuine, I think, than the music.
Right.
For the most part, it has its ways. Everything does, but for the most part, I think just the community itself is more genuine when it comes to other artists and creators than the music industry.
My circles are more in the film industry. I mean, and it is connections too. I mean, if you hadn't been on the red carpet event at Burbank and I hadn't have been there, you know,
Right.
so it's all connections. It's just
It's divine.
sometimes it's just a
That
good
was
chance,
divine.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was meant to happen.
that was your dad.
Yeah. No, that was God.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, that was because my dad's still alive. So that was definitely
Yes,
God.
I heard he was.
He's alive and well.
Thank
He's
goodness,
doing
and I
good.
hope he'll watch this. If there was any charities that you could
Oh
advocate
yeah.
for,
I
what
don't
would?
know any per se. I would
I,
actually like to start a few once everything gets rolling. I'm really big on homelessness. I would
mm,
love to battle that. There's a housing crisis going on right now, and it's a lot of it has to do with like the Airbnb markets and those type of people. Basically, what they do is they'll go rent out a spot for cheaper and then double the price, and then eventually that's okay.
yeah,
But when you get the whole town doing it, you leave nothing left for other people to have actually somewhere to live because they can't afford to pay that. So it's 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 like a catch 22, double-edged sword type
yeah, and there's so
thing
much
going on.
homelessness in Los Angeles.
It's ridiculous, but also so that mental health would be nice, and children helping children.
Children, that's fantastic.
Also, you know what? There's two more now that I think about it. Um, Something to help creators. You know what I'm saying? People like me that don't
Artists,
have artists that need grants or loans to fund projects or to get ahead in a career. Like something the union could even do, and yeah, you pay a percentage back for the project or whatever, in
right?
whatever case and however it may be, but if there's an opportunity there for you, somebody that has nothing that wants to use it genuine, right? No scam or no, but genuinely wants to use it for the right purpose. There should be an avenue for them to take.
Right.
That's one, and the second one is to help men speak out about their mental health
That's a good one.
because that we are
Yeah.
so neglected and we're overlooked. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I was having that conversation earlier with some people in a few weeks ago, and allow men to be vulnerable to say their feelings, allow them to have the courage to share their feelings,
Right,
and
and reach out for
not
help.
feel reach out for help. Anyone with mental health, reach out for help without feeling persecuted or judged, and allow them to have the resources to go and speak to someone, to get the medications they need if
Right,
they need them,
if they need
to
it.
get the help. you know
Exactly.
I think if we all
Somebody
helped
on
it.
their side.
Sorry.
Somebody on their side.
Absolutely, somebody on their side. Yeah, it takes a network, it takes a village, and unity is very powerful. And if everybody was kinder to each other in this world, it would be a better world.
It would be unrecognizable.
Absolutely. What do you see for yourself
Um,
in the next few months?
I want to get this pilot shot for this TV series. I want to get my novel finished. I have to do another pilot for the other TV series called Group Sex. I didn't sign
Yeah,
NDA for that yet, so I can say. Um,
you might
uh,
need more than an NDA for that.
right?
Just
Yeah.
kidding. To the producer.
No. Right. Yeah. So, yeah, because I'm trying to do Disney, so I gotta keep it somewhat tasteful.
Yes, absolutely. And you
But
can. Steven Spielberg doesn't have any language in any of his films.
really,
Yeah.
that's good. I would love to work with Steven. Steven, hit me up. I'm ready. Whatever. Let's do
Steven
something.
Spielberg, this man is for you.
Let's do it. Let's do Tarzan. There it
Do
is.
you know what? You would be perfect at Tarzan. You'd have to find a Jane. I'm
I'm
too
actually
old for Jane.
I'm thinking about writing it. But you could be Jane's mother, and I have.
I could be Jane's mother.
You
Yes,
could be Jane's mother,
I could. That would
or
be
you could
perfect.
be, or you could be Tarzan's mother.
Yeah, but she'd have to be lost and then found again.
No, she dies. But in the beginning, you're like the.
And then I die.
Right. Or I'll let you
It's
pick.
funny how I'm getting these parts where I just
Just
die.
just at the beginning. Because what I'll do is because if it's the one I do want to write one, I have it planned to write one just in case nobody does cast me out there, people. But and I'll present the roles to you and you pick. How about that?
Okay.
There we go.
That sounds good. Have you got anything to say to the viewers that you'd like to say?
Look out! I'm coming.
Woohoo!
It's gonna be a fun next few years, and I'm excited. I'm very excited to finally be where I belong.
Oh, and don't give up. Never give up.
Oh, can't ever. Don't. I mean, don't start. If you're gonna give up, don't start. There's no point.
Right. I will say Dwayne is going to be, you'll see his face in quite a few places. Just give it a couple of years. I want to bring new artists on this show and the younger artists on this show to give them a chance. I love interviewing all ages of artists and the people that have been in the industry for a long time and the people that are just starting, because they have to start from somewhere.
Yes.
We have to start somewhere. You will be seeing quite a few new artists on my show, and Dwayne is one of them. He's new in the industry. New fresh faces are what the industry need as well. So thank you very much, Dwayne.
Thank you.
If you can give your social media handles to the audience.
You can find me at It's Dwayne Jr. That's everything. ITSDWAYNE JR. That's everything for basically socials. And IMDB is Dwayne Hilton Jr. That's the IMDB.
And your YouTube?
Yeah, same thing. It's Dwayne Jr. It should be the same.
Okay.
Should be the same.
You can find Dwayne's music and updates on IMDb and the social media
find my
platforms.
music on Spotify, Apple Music. Should you get Shazam, YouTube, anywhere there's music, I'll be there.
Absolutely. Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much, Dwayne Hilton Jr., for attending Chatbox with Sam. You're a nice, fresh face for the industry, and it was an honor and a pleasure to interview you.
The pleasure's all mine.
Thank you.
Wow, Sinatra.
Sitting in the stars and watching you. You gotta ride the tide, go with the moon. My back is full of scars, time heals our wounds. You see them, they know I'm an animal. Sitting in the stars and watching you. You gotta ride the tide, go with the moon. My back is full of scars, time heals our wounds. See them, they know I'm an animal. You light up all the skies with mine, you still the room. Can see it in the eyes, no lie, you tell the truth. You wearing a disguise with lies that yours to lose. You wanna live this life, low ride, it's yours to choose. I don't wanna waste a day, I don't wanna waste a night. I don't wanna fade away, no, I don't wanna say goodbye. I don't wanna waste a day, I don't wanna waste a night. I don't wanna fade away, no, this is why I gave my life. is full of scars, time heals our wounds. You see them, they know I'm an animal. Sitting in the stars and watching you. You gotta ride the tiger with the moon. My back is full of scars, time heals our wounds. See them, they know I'm an animal. What you talking about? What you gotta say? I can keep it serious, got a poker face. Light up the dollars like a short away. Can't turn around now, ain't no other way. I'm a bright star in the nighttime. I'ma go hard when it's my time. Yeah, I'm hard and I'm light. You know you can't pause when the time's right. Sitting in the stars and watching you. You gotta ride the tide, go with the moon. My back is full of scars, time heals our wounds. You see them, they know I'm an animal. Sitting in the stars and watching you. I'm a bright star in the nighttime. I'ma go hard when it's my time. Yeah, I'm hard and I'm light. You know you can't pause when the time's right. Sitting in the stars.